Velociraptor weighed 33 pounds, a turkey weighs 30 pounds, but fossil evidence from Mongolia reveals these animals killed prey 15 times their body weight using a weapon that modern predators can't match. The curved talon on each foot measured 6.5 centimeters long, roughly the length of your thumb. Paleontologists assumed these claws slashed like knives. Then biomechanical analysis in 2005 changed everything we thought we knew about how Velociraptor actually killed. Your understanding of Velociraptor comes from Jurassic Park. The movie got the hunting behavior right, but scaled everything wrong. The real animal stood 1.6 feet tall at the hip. You could look down at it. Yet this turkey-sized predator dominated late Cretaceous Mongolia 75 million years ago as one of the most efficient killers in the fossil record. Here's what the bones reveal about their true capability. Velociraptor mongoliensis was first discovered in 1923 during the American Museum of Natural History expedition to the Gobi Desert. Paleontologist Henry Fairfield Osborn examined the skull and immediately recognized something unusual. The brain cavity showed enlarged regions associated with coordination and balance. This wasn't a slow, plodding reptile. The skeletal structure indicated an animal built for precision movement. The arms told another story. Each hand had 3 fingers with curved claws up to 3 centimeters long. These weren't digging tools or defensive weapons. The angle of articulation in the wrist bones showed these claws could rotate inward with significant force. Velociraptor could grab and hold prey against its body while standing upright on one leg, because that's when the real weapon deployed. The killing claw on the second toe measured 6.5 centimeters along the outer curve. For decades, paleontologists interpreted this as a slashing weapon. The scenario seemed obvious. Velociraptor would kick and slash at prey like a modern cassowary bird. Some researchers even calculated the cutting force needed to slice through thick hide. Then Manning and colleagues published their 2005 study in the Proceedings of the Royal Society. They created exact replicas of Velociraptor claws and tested them against pig carcasses with similar tissue density to dinosaur prey. The results contradicted 80 years of assumptions. The claw didn't slash. It couldn't slash effectively. The curve and the thickness were wrong. When researchers tried to use the replica claw as a cutting weapon, it failed to penetrate deep enough to cause rapid blood loss. Slashing attacks required multiple strikes and left only superficial wounds. But when they changed the attack angle, everything made sense. The claw functioned as a climbing spike and puncture weapon. Velociraptor would leap onto prey, drive both hand claws into the body for grip, then repeatedly stab downward with the foot claw while maintaining balance with the other leg. Each puncture wound drove 6.5 centimeters deep into vital areas. The killing method wasn't blood loss from slashing. It was precision trauma to critical organs and major blood vessels. Fossil evidence from the famous Fighting Dinosaurs specimen proves this hunting strategy worked. Discovered in Mongolia in 1971, the fossil preserves a velociraptor locked in combat with Protoceratops, a sheep-sized herbivore. The velociraptor's hand claws grip the Protoceratops skull. The killing claw on the foot is positioned against the neck region where major blood vessels run close to the surface. Both animals died during the attack, likely buried by a sudden sandstorm. But the position captures the exact moment of predation. Velociraptor wasn't slashing wildly. It had secured a grip with its hands and was delivering targeted puncture wounds with surgical precision. The skeletal structure enabled this attack method. Velociraptor's tail had elongated vertebrae surrounded by ossified tendons, literally bone rods running alongside the spine. This created an extremely stiff counterbalance. When standing on one leg with the other leg raised to strike, the tail prevented the animal from tipping forward. Simple physics transformed the tail into a dynamic stabilizer. CT scans of Velociraptor skulls reveal the neurological capacity to coordinate this complex movement. The cerebellum region, responsible for balance and motor control, was proportionally larger than in most dinosaurs. The semicircular canals in the inner ear showed dimensions consistent with animals capable of rapid head movements and maintaining equilibrium during dynamic motion. This wasn't an animal that could afford mistakes. At 33 pounds attacking prey weighing 200 pounds or more, a single failed grip meant death. The neurology had to support split-second adjustments during the attack sequence. Bite force analysis adds another dimension to the predation strategy. Velociraptor jaw mechanics generated roughly 150 newtons of bite force, about 1/10 the force of an adult human bite. This seems pathetically weak until you understand what those jaws were designed to do. The teeth weren't built for crushing bone or tearing thick hide. They were precision tools. Serrated edges on both front and back of each tooth created a blade-like surface. The jaw articulation allowed the mouth to open nearly 80 degrees, then snap shut with those serrated teeth driving together like scissors. Velociraptor didn't need massive bite force. Once the foot claw punctured into vital areas and the hand claws secured the grip, the jaws targeted exposed flesh on the neck or belly. Small, precise bites severed blood vessels and windpipe. The killing method combined puncture trauma, controlled bleeding, and suffocation. Modern Komodo dragons use a similar multi-weapon strategy. Initial bite delivers bacteria and mild venom. Subsequent bites target specific blood vessels. The prey dies from cumulative trauma rather than a single catastrophic wound. Velociraptor operated with the same tactical approach 75 million years earlier. Pack hunting evidence remains controversial but compelling. Multiple Velociraptor skeletons found in close proximity suggest group behavior. Trackways preserved in Cretaceous sediments show similar-sized theropods moving together in coordinated patterns. A 2007 study by Roach and Brinkman analyzed these trackways and concluded the spacing between individuals was too consistent for random movement. The animals were maintaining formation. Whether this constituted true cooperative hunting or simply opportunistic group feeding remains debated, but the fossil evidence indicates Velociraptor didn't always hunt alone. If pack behavior existed, the tactical advantages multiply significantly. A single 33-pound predator attacking a 200-pound Protoceratops faces substantial risk. 3 velociraptors attacking simultaneously from different angles change the equation entirely. One animal could distract from the front while others attack the flanks or rear, driving their claws into vulnerable areas before the prey could mount an effective defense. Modern wolf packs demonstrate how relatively small predators can take down prey 10 times their size through coordinated attacks. Velociraptor had the neurological capacity, the communication ability, evidenced by the complex inner ear structure, and the physical tools to employ similar tactics. The real question isn't whether Velociraptor was an effective predator. The fossil record proves it was. The question is how an animal the size of a turkey became one of the most successful carnivores in its ecosystem despite being outweighed by nearly every animal it hunted. The answer lies in the engineering reality behind those adaptations. Every feature solved a specific problem. The enlarged brain regions for balance, required when standing on one leg during an attack. The stiffened tail? Physics demanded a counterbalance. The curved hand claws? Necessary to maintain grip on struggling prey. The killing claw? A puncture weapon that could reach vital organs without requiring massive body size. Velociraptor didn't evolve to be the biggest predator. It evolved to be the most precise. While larger theropods like Tarbosaurus relied on crushing bite force and overwhelming size, Velociraptor used mechanical advantage and surgical accuracy. Modern predators that punch above their weight class use similar strategies. Wolverines weigh 40 pounds but can take down caribou weighing 400 pounds by targeting joints and vital areas rather than trying to overpower prey through brute force. Honey badgers use climbing ability and precise bites to attack animals significantly larger than themselves. Velociraptor refined these tactics 75 million years before mammals evolved equivalent capabilities. The fossil evidence shows an animal that understood exactly where to strike, how to maintain position during the attack, and when to deliver the killing blow, not through instinct alone, but through neurological capacity that supported complex motor planning and execution. The Jurassic Park depiction gave Velociraptor fame but obscured its actual capability. Hollywood needed human-sized monsters. The real animal was far more interesting. A 33-pound predator that could reliably kill prey 15 times its weight wasn't impressive because of size. It was impressive because every anatomical feature worked together as an integrated weapon system. The hand claws secured the grip. The foot claw delivered puncture trauma. The tail provided stability. The jaws finished the job. The brain coordinated all four elements simultaneously, while the animal balanced on one leg and maintained position on struggling prey. No modern predator combines these exact capabilities. Raptors use talons but can't grab with their wings. Cats use claws and jaws but lack the tail counterbalance for single-leg attacks. Velociraptor represented a unique evolutionary solution to the problem of how small predators can successfully hunt large prey. The fossil record from late Cretaceous Mongolia shows this solution worked for millions of years. Velociraptor remains appear throughout multiple geological formations, indicating a stable, successful species that maintained its niche despite competition from larger predators and environmental changes. That's the reality behind the killing claw. Not a slashing weapon, not a desperate defensive tool. A precision puncture instrument that turned a turkey-sized animal into one of the most efficient predators in the fossil record. The engineering was flawless, the execution was surgical, and 75 million years later, the bones still reveal exactly how it worked.